I wanted to show y'all the progress on this house next door to me that's going up. I mean, the house pretty much takes up the whole lot. Pretty much the whole lot. It's gonna be a nice one. They don't have all the siding on it yet, not on the front. They got the roof on. And their Lucky's following me. And they got the siding on the side, tan siding, so I guess that's what they're going to put on the whole house. I don't guess they're going to brick up the front, but I mean, they may. Sometimes, you know, they brick up just part of the front and put siding on the rest because it looks nicer. But, yeah, I just wanted to show y'all the progress on the house. And I see my line is still hanging on the post. So, but all the debris is still there. Hopefully they will clean it up when they clean up the lot and get the trees out that they cut. So we'll see. Look at this. These kitty cats, fur babies, they follow me everywhere. Come on, we'll go back to the house. I don't know where little buddy is. He may be sleeping. Come on, Lucky. He's coming. Come on. Come on, kitty kitty. Oh, he's going to use the bathroom, so I'll go ahead. He'll come behind me. But I didn't show y'all my rock garden here in the front. Since it's cooled off a little bit, my caladiums have come up here in the front, or most of them that I planted. They're not very big, but they'll get bigger since it's cooled off some. I need a few more over here in this corner. These are really pretty. I wish I had them all the way around the edge of the rock garden like that. And I probably should take some of them out of the pots up on the porch and put them around here on this corner. It would look so much better if I did. It's an idea. We'll see. And they're supposed to be perennials, so I'm hoping they'll come back next year. I don't want to have to dig them up. But I got one here. So if I had a few around the perimeter of the rock garden, I think it would look real good. There comes Lucky. Fur baby. He's a fur baby. And I got caladiums started at this end of this rock garden on the other side of the carport. So my goal is next year I may see if I can put them all the way around the edge of the carport. I mean, all around the edge of the rock garden, not the carport, but the rock garden that's at the carport. And see, you know, I got the caladiums out here, which are starting to look pretty good since it's cooled off a little. The heat is just murder on everything. Caladiums do good if they're in the shade or partial shade. And the ones that get most of the shade are the ones that are growing so well. Like the ones on this side. Ones out there in the front, they get a lot more sun in the afternoon than these do. So that's where we're at on that. Yeah, I've got, you know, these caladiums that I put in the pots up here. And I'm thinking I probably should have waited and put some of them out there around the rock garden. But they're so pretty up here. Look at that. I love them. I love caladiums. And I've got an ant on my foot. My God, they hurt so bad. All that spraying I did was almost like it was a losing battle, because all the rain just got all these ants out of the ground and out of the rocks, and they surfaced to the top. But isn't that pretty, y'all? I love it. That's one reason I put them here on the porch, because, you know, they don't get great big like elephant ears, but they get big enough and they look good enough that I figured they would look good up here on the porch. And then, like I said, I had put a couple of them out here in the pots with the clematis at the bottom, at the base of the pot. Isn't that pretty, y'all? That one got pretty big. But it's in partial shade. It doesn't get that real hot sun bearing down on it. And it's doing these caladiums a world of good, too. They're starting to bloom again. Or clematis. And I got one there. It's not growing quite as fast. It doesn't get quite as much sun as this other one does. But then I got the caladium there, which is doing pretty good. It's in with that mandevilla that's growing right on up the trellis here, and that's exactly what I wanted it to do. Didn't want it on my my pepper plants, but it's growing right on up the trellis, and that's exactly where I wanted it to go. Oh, I spent the whole afternoon at the car dealership, so I haven't got anything done, y'all. I had some more stuff I wanted to do in the garden, but I did get it done. But I wanted to show you, I've got cilantro coming up right there. See right there? That's cilantro. And I've got a few in some of my other pots. And see that ant hill? I put some stuff on it, and I'm hoping it's going to kill those ants, because they were trying to take over my greenhouse out here. I'll come back tomorrow with maybe some grits and cornmeal or something else and see if I can give them another dose of something to get rid of them. But I got cilantro coming up here in that pot. That's where I stuck that piece of tomato plant that I broke off. But see, I'm going to have several plants I can pull out of there and move them to another spot, because it looks like there's about 4 or 5 of them that came up right there. And I've got more over here. See, where is it? Oh, right here. I've got some that came up right there. That's cilantro. There's at least 4 or 5 in there. So I'll give them some time. They get bigger, I'll kind of thin them out a little bit. But I planted holy basil in that square green pot. It hasn't had time to come up yet. And I've got cilantro come there. And I'm going to maybe pull 1 or 2 out and spread it around this pot because it's so big. That squash plant just gave way. I never did get any patty pans, but maybe next year I will. But I'm definitely going to have some cilantro since this weather cooled off. And I think I planted cilantro out here too. No, holy basil I planted here, but it hasn't had time to come up. My little banana trees are looking kind of shabby since I transplanted them and put them in the ground, but I'm hoping they'll get revived with these cooler temperatures. And I put banana fertilizer to them, so They ought to start growing real good. And look at the lantana out there. I planted lantana one year, it never came up. And it's come up all around the outsides of my lot. Everywhere but on my lot. And it smells so good, y'all. And those lantana plants are expensive. I tried digging one up to put it in my yard, but I don't think it's going to make it. Look at there. Potato plants coming up with my onions. Got a red and green pepper in there on the same bush. That one just hasn't turned red yet. Look at all the buds on the plant. It's going to be full of peppers. Full of peppers. Ain't that right, Lucky? Huh? See, he's just like little Buddy. I don't know, little Buddy's roaming around somewhere. Because if he knew I was out here, he'd be right at my feet too. Little Buddy and Lucky. And I don't know yet what I'm going to put in that pot. Oh, I put my collards. I planted my collards here. And you know what? Look at that. I don't know if you can see them. I got collard sprouts, y'all. So I'm going to have me some collard plants. Look at that. And I will have to transplant them. Because you know how big collard plants get. These are the ones that head up. They're not the tree collards. There's like 5 or 6 plants popping up there. So they'll definitely have to be thinned out. So maybe I'll get the that other raised bed garden fixed by the time I need to transplant those. And I'll have somewhere to transplant them to. Look at that Lucky. He's something. Where is little Buddy? Huh? Where's little Buddy? And look at all my carrots. Look at all those carrots. So I should be getting some carrots. I got one big one left from the ones I planted in the spring. It was a latecomer, but it's over there. My radishes, I don't think. No, those are radishes, I'm sorry. I think I put the carrots on this side, so they haven't sprouted yet. I think those are the radishes right there. I mean, I put a stake out. Where is it? Let's see what I wrote on it. Yeah, radishes. My radishes have come up. Need to make me a salad out of this arugula. Might do that tomorrow. Because it needs to be picked. And see, I've got cilantro. Oh, well, I've already showed you that, the cilantro in that one. My peppers. My rutabagas, I think I check on them every time I come out here. There was only supposed to be 1 plant in that pot, and it ended up being 2. I think another one sprouted up from a seed after I put 1 in there. But I've left them. I said they could fight it out. Yeah, I've been thinking about pulling these cucumbers out. Or part of them, because part of them just ain't going to do anything. And I'll have these buckets to put collards in. And I'll have that over there to put collards in. And I haven't really decided if I'm going to leave the buckets in there Or I'm going to put totes. I think I've got maybe 5 or 6 totes. I may put totes in there. I just don't know yet. But I still got a little bit of time before those collards are big enough to transplant. So we'll see. Ain't that right, Lucky, huh? He's just all over my feet. He's all over my feet. Gonna lay down. You're silly. You're silly. Aren't you silly, huh? No, I don't want your claws on my fingers. He's a silly kitty. He's a silly kitty. He's a pretty kitty. He's like little Buddy. They're both pretty. Pretty as they can be. And I guess he's about a year old by now. Because I don't know, he was probably at least a couple of months old by the time he was put out here. And he's been here, what, a good 6 or 7 months or more. So he's got to be a year old, at least. All right, well, I just wanted to show you. But I hate to take the camera off a little Lucky. He's like little Buddy. He loves being in front of the camera, I think. He knows people are watching him. Do you know people are watching you, Lucky? Huh? Do you know people are watching you? He hears something. Oh, there's little Buddy. I knew he wasn't too far away. See, little Buddy's a little bit bigger than... He's almost twice the size of Lucky. But little Buddy's a full-grown cat. He's 3 or 4 years old or older. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you fight. Don't you fight. They get too close and they want to hiss at one another and start growling at one another. You have to get between them all the time. There's little Buddy. He's walking me to the step. He's walking me to the steps. Yeah, he's walking me. He's been in the bushes. He's got stickies on him. He's got those little fuzzy stickies on him. Yeah, you need to be brushed. Yeah, you need to be brushed. He decides he's going to eat a mouthful. And I guess Lucky is too. Silly kitties. You gonna give all the viewers something to look at? You gonna let them look at y'all just a little bit? Oh, my sidewalk is full of acorns again. Those acorns fall and hit the house all the time. All day long, all night long. I mean, look at them all up there. The sidewalk's covered with them. What you think, little buddy, huh? Well, there, Lucky's going to go over there and eat some of little buddy's food because he thinks little buddy's food's better than what I give him. But I give them both the same thing. And he's got plenty of food in his bowl over there. But he thinks little buddy's is better. Can't come out here without coughing. Breathe in the air, the dusty air. Look at that face. Just look at that face. He's a sweetheart. Yes, he is. He's a sweetheart. I just wish they wouldn't fight with one another since they're two boys. But they do. I guess if one was a female and the other one was a male, it might be a little different. I don't know if they would fight, but every once in a while, little buddy and Lucky get at it. I mean, I thought I was going to have to get the broom to them. Well, I did get the broom. But when I come out here to separate them, one ran off. Other times they're together, no problem. Little buddy's the man. Yes, he is. Yeah, little buddy's the man. Little buddy's the man. And Lucky's the teenager over there. He's a little rambunctious, disobedient. Well, not really disobedient, but he's a little rambunctious teenager is what he is. He's not full grown yet. Give him another year. Little buddy says he's just going to lay down here and cool off on the rocks. Yeah, he's just going to cool off on the rocks. Well, the sun's going down, y'all. It won't be long before it'll be dark. So there's no need in me trying to start anything out here in the yard. But I did want to show you the progress on the house next door, because a lot of you were, you know, kind of interested in the progress on it. So I thought I'd show you. And show you the fur babies while I was at it. They're sweethearts. They both are. They're just as sweet as they can be, but they just get kind of feisty with one another occasionally. But, you know, when you got kids, sometimes they want to fight too. They don't always get along. Sometimes even your kids want to fight. He's drinking his water now. I keep him a food bowl out and a water bowl. Unless I see other cats coming around, and then I take their food in until the other cats are gone. Because I can't afford to feed every stray cat that comes around here. I don't want feral cats, is that what you call them? Feral cats hanging around here. These two is enough. But little buddy's used to being in the house because his other owners, they kept him in the house a lot. And then when they moved here, they put him outside because they were gone during the day. And he just started hanging up over here. And he had just adopted me, I guess. And now Lucky, somebody put him out when he was a kitten. And Now he's adopted me too. He's just a juvenile teenager, that's all he is. He's still frisky and he runs around, climbs the trees and jumps out of the trees, all kind of stuff. Be nice to catch him on camera sometime doing that, but so far when he climbs the trees and runs around and playing, I don't usually catch him because I don't have the camera in my hand. Listen to those locusts, whatever they are. Well, y'all, I'm going to go in the house and sit down and put my feet up and act like it's Saturday evening. We'll see y'all on the next one. Love y'all. Bye now.